Get 30 years. Hi my babo. Africans underground in the mines killing each other. The ANC stopped that in 1994. They are taking us back, calling people amakwerekwere in the street, 2-cent fame.
Your government is failing to enforce and implement the laws of the country. Is the president not violating the very same laws?
Kushubile kaviki ushubile amaforeni ayaxoshwa ayahamba amaforeni kuyakhiphiza yonke into
engizwayo nengiyibonile amabhasi ayasuka la athatha abantu baseMalawi lapha eThekwini bathatha abantu baseThekwini iyobadeqaza le eGoli.
This selective xenophobia is interesting because we've got soccer players here, we've got celebrities who are not South African and they are not subjected to any attacks. They are here working and they've got work permits.
Yeah. So we need to move away from this nonsense. We need to move away from these emotions that we have been given by our own government. We are tired of this government. This declaration today, we as the progressive forces of South Africa are in support. We are championing this movement. It is not a march and march movement. It's a South African movement.
Why will you encourage ordinary South Africans to fight other Africans who are illegal in your country? Zimbabweans, the whole country is here in South Africa.
Singadlali ngosisi uJacinta, singadlali ngophaka umthakathi, singadlali ngongizwe. Abaholi laba abakwazi ukuma emphakathini bathi babathakambe kuyobulawa abantu. Ngomhla ka-30 usuku le-violence. So washisa amakwerekwere mhla ka-30. Singakhohlisani nje sibethi hayi akhonto peaceful ngomhla ka-30.
I can tell you that it's going to cost the South African Police Service over 600 million. That's what it costs when there are efforts to destabilize the country.
Yeba Fuitu, let's be honest for a second. South Africa didn't become unsafe because it lacks laws. It became unsafe when the people that were paid to enforce those laws started selling them. Who am I talking about? Police officers. Remember, when a bribe is worth more than a badge, criminals get protected, communities suffer, and ordinary South Africans lose trust in the justice system. That's the real danger. Not just the corruption, but corruption becoming normal.
Hayi Cape Town yachafisa Cape Town abaphuma abantu kuminyaka eyithethe ezayo amakurikira obenjani silungisela abantwana bethu.
You don't need permission. No, we don't. According to the law, we don't need permission to gather ourselves peacefully because we are peaceful.
Mawuchinja 1,000 rand eZimbabwe iza ngekriva imali yakhona the way lingata kati
na lapha eGhana neNigeria bafuna ukuxosha ama-South African. Angiboni ukuthi bazothola nje South African lapha thina bezofunani lapha ngempela kodwa engitshela ukuthi uzoshiya la eSouth Africa imbila sithenga ngo-10 rand zohamba seNigeria sothenga imbila ngo-2 million nairos.
But we are lazy South Africans. My question is senze njani? Ufika wena ngihola u30 rand nge-hour, ufike wena uzohola u15 rand nge-hour, ngenze njani? Ngithi mina ngizohola u10 rand nge-hour, mase wena uthi uzohola u5 rand nge-hour, ngenze njani mase ngihola u2 rand nge-hour? Hayi bafowethu musana ukusidakela lemnqundo yamakwerekwere le.
And when the economies of Zimbabwe collapsed, we then witnessed the unprecedented amount of Africans crossing the Limpopo River among crocodiles coming into our country with children.
Because Zimbabwe has terrible health care and therefore everyone who wants to give birth comes to South Africa.
Yeah.
We want you guys to tell the full story. Don't tell a one-sided story. You are the ones that are going to cause a fight when there's no fight.
Uma ithi Human Rights Commission inginikeza 5 days ukuthi mina ngixolise ngiphinde ngiyofundiswa ukuthi itabane ijojwa kanjani ngikwazi ukunderstand indaba yokutabana ngibona ngathi mina kwayona Human Rights Commission ingikhulumela udoti.
Welcome back to my channel. Yesterday Ufikile Mbalula was speaking to the media. He's here as part of this video. He said a lot of things. He's clearly against the march and everything that they stand for. He said a lot of things in this video, so don't forget to like and subscribe so that each and every time when I bring you videos like this one, they come to you as a notification. And also we have other people from different platforms of social media expressing their feelings about everything that is taking place here in South Africa. As you know, in a few months' time, we're going to be having the elections here in South Africa. So a lot of political parties are active, are on the street, trying to convince people to march for them. So at the same time, we're having this date that was set by Upakelo Mthakathi that has now changed. According to what I've been hearing these days, that it is no longer a march and march date, but it's the date that is set for all South Africans. It date is June. I don't know what's going to happen on that date. We are here to see. So this is why I encourage you to be part of this channel, to subscribe and also share your comment at home so that we can understand you at home. What do you think about the situation that we are dealing with currently here in South Africa? Let's keep going.
But here we are dealing with not the face. We are dealing with a front that has been sent to destabilize the organization. And it arises in the context of contestation of the provincial conferences and regional conferences. March and march. No, Jacob Zuma have endorsed march and march. And he have actually gone extreme and said that Mabahane. His people have owned up to this membership. His Secretary General have called me and the President by name in defense of illegal activities. They have not stood up for principle. I've listened to people very well. I've listened to the King. The King is very responsible. He's very clear. The King, let government address immigration, but don't do this and that. Jacob Zuma is an elder in this country. He was a president. South Africans are failing to hold him accountable for things that he does and which happened under his watch. And he knows the difficulties of immigration that we're dealing with. And today, he's joining the fray, not responsibly, irresponsibly, as an elderly person, statesman, a man who was a president in this country. Stand up on platform and fuel violence. Mabam, bang, get 30 years. Haibo, hi my babo. How can a person who was a leader not so long, call for violence in the country? Does he know what will happen here? Who wants this violence that is being purported here? These people don't know what they are talking about. He is supporting them for political reasons because he wants votes. There are many ways to win votes. He won votes. People followed him. He crippled the ANC, big numbers in Gauteng and KZN. He didn't do that by violence.
Wait. Before we proceed, who are the people that don't know what they're talking about? The march and march is referring to march and march as they don't know what they are talking about. So when they are saying that we have a number of illegal foreigners that are here in South Africa that are taking jobs and that are distributing drugs and selling drugs to our kids, we have a lot of people that also the Home Affairs has identified that are here in the country illegally. So after all those things that has been revealed, after a lot of evidence that we've seen through isiZokuThola, whereby Xolani had exposed a lot of activities that Nigerians are doing here in South Africa. So we're just going to forget about it. The march and marchers, they don't know anything. He knows, they don't know. He stays in the township. When the people from townships are the ones that are complaining that we have problems of illegal foreigners, they don't know what they are talking about. That is Mbalula. And also he speaks about Uzuma. Uzuma and March and March. Uzuma has crippled the ANC 2024. There was no March and March, or rather March and March was not well known as it is right now. He got a lot of votes. The MK party became the third largest party here in South Africa without a March and March. He said that. Mbalula himself, he said that. So now he's also saying he wants votes. At the same time, he's saying no, he managed to get votes in 2024 without having to cause violence. So that's why I'm saying he contradicts himself a lot. Mbalula Lana. Please share also in the comment section what you think about it. If this first clip that we've just watched, because he still wants to speak. Let's go.
Why will you encourage ordinary South Africans to fight other Africans who are illegal in your country? What is that going to end with? All of us, we should be looking at the state to increase its capacity to deal with this phenomenon. That's what is important. Are the issues that have been raised about illegal immigrants in our country not genuine, not real? They are real, they are truthful. We live amongst our people. I was giving you examples here. These things, you know them yourselves.
Yes, but when they are raising those things, you're saying they don't know anything. He just said in the first clip that you have watched, he said, these people, they don't know anything. Now, Niazaz Nani, he spoke about those things. He agrees about the problems. But the people that are really facing those problems, who are staying in townships with these people, when they are telling you about these problems to you, you don't agree with them.
I'm not talking about stuff that I don't know. And then Samkele asked, don't we think the ANC has failed South Africans in relation to this in relation to this particular matter of illegal immigration and all of that? Failure will be the simplest way of saying ANC government has actually failed. But the fact of the matter is that the matter is more complex than that. It's more complex than that. And therefore, it needs to be attended to vehemently. We've been dealing with this thing since we came into power. Even before we came into power.
We've been dealing with these things since we came into power. But instead of it getting better, it gets worse and worse and worse, in a way that to 2026 we have this high number of illegal foreigners here in South Africa. But the ANC has been dealing with this issue since they came into power. That's what Fikile Mbalula is saying here in this very same clip that we all watched. They've been dealing with this problem, but it's not getting any better. It keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Let's keep on listening to this.
Africans have come into this country in the city of gold and work in the mines. The Basotho nationals, Botswana, the Zimbabweans, the Mozambicans have worked in the mines. And some of them refused to be unionized under the National Union of Mine Workers and subjected themselves to the exploitation of the mining companies in our country. And therefore they were protected. It is the ANC that came into power and undermined that and unionized in the mines and recognized the unions. You remember the black and black violence, Amaxhosa, Nabatswana, Namachangani in the mines. Because of what? Of scab work. When others who are South Africans championed strikes in the mines, those who came from outside the country who were illegal and foreign nationals did not strike, and they were used as escape labor in our country. It is perpetuated now in our streets through the porous borders. And when the economies of Zimbabwe collapsed, we then witnessed the unprecedented amount of Africans crossing the Limpopo River among crocodiles coming into our country with children, crossing to South Africa for survival. When Robert Mugabe fought for land redistribution in Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe subjected to sanctions and paralyzed to the ground, when Zimbabwe was the breadbasket of the African continent, and Zimbabweans did not need to come to South Africa to look for jobs, including petty jobs working in our homes, because they were satisfied in Zimbabwe. There are mines in Zimbabwe. Breadbasket, they were working in the fields in Zimbabwe. They came into our country after Mugabe, forcefully, after 10 years of the Lancaster collapse, that now we are taking land. And they said Mugabe is doing land grab. Tony Blair and United States of America withdrew the economic support and investment in Zimbabwe and collapsed the Zimbabwean economy. But they still exploit the natural resources of Zimbabwe. Zimbabweans, the whole country is here in South Africa.
And then it's a problem when the South Africans are saying our resources are limited. We're no longer having the services in our clinics. We're no longer caring. Our kids doesn't have space in schools. We don't have jobs. So tell us, Mbalula, what then South Africans are supposed to do in this situation? You just confirmed that the whole Zimbabwe is here in South Africa. But when the marchers are fighting and saying they must go back to their country, you're saying they don't know anything. What they are saying is not like it doesn't. They don't know anything. It doesn't exist. But you come and tell us that the whole of Zimbabwe is here. You explain the reasons why they are here. So South Africa must suffer for that. Like really, these are your leaders, people. If you vote for ANC, please share also in the comment section. He's still speaking, this man. Let's keep on.
We had to even include exemption permits for Zimbabweans. Why are Botswana nationals not here in South Africa? In their numbers, they are happy in Botswana. Swazis, Abesuthu, they are there, Koditabemu, Samshwesh. Others are still here, but they are there in their countries in numbers. Why are they here? No justification for that. We have been talking to them from the days of Thabo Mbeki that give Zimbabweans what we have agreed to them. They looked away. British, they looked away. Tony Blair. Mugabe even passed on. Mnangagwa is in charge. We thought reforms will attract them. They hit them with sanctions. Next door. When you go to Zimbabwe, you buy bread, you will see how much it is. Mauchincha 1,000 rand Zimbabwe is a ngekriva. Imali yakona, the way lingata kati, $. The economy is not because it's not functioning, it's because it's subjected to distress. The problem becomes a South African problem.
Nazo, it just confirmed the problem becomes a South African problem. So how is the South Africa supposed to prosper or even work as a country if it has to carry another country? And the leader of the leading party here in South Africa, the governing party in South Africa, is telling South Africans that it becomes our problem. The Zimbabweans are our problem. He said further before, I told Thabo Mbeki that you must give Zimbabwe what we have agreed to. So basically, the ANC, they owe Zimbabwe. They owe Zimbabwe. We don't know what they owe them. Yeah, let's go.
Now these people come here and think that problem will be resolved by banning and attacking Africans against Africans who have been there under apartheid. Our people killing each other in the mines. Speaking Fanagalogo. Africans underground in the mines killing each other. The ANC stopped that in 1994. They are taking us back, calling people Amakwerekwere in the street, 2-cent fame, populism, planting violence among our people. On the 30th, the country must be shut down. Political leaders who are responsible, who came from the trenches of our struggle, standing in platforms and encouraging our citizens to act irresponsibly. What is that? ANC can't agree to that. It can't. We urge our government to act decisively, to protect its citizens, to protect jobs, but at the same time to deal decisively with the challenge of immigration. South Africa belongs to all who live in it, black and white. We're still committed to that. Even tomorrow, we stay said up.
Okay, good people. Nizwele nani Umbalola akhuluma. He speaks, this man. So it's up to every South African at this point to decide, because this man is not only speaking; he's speaking as a leader of the ANC that is governing this country. So he's saying it clear, he's putting it clear out there, their stand, where are they standing as the ANC in this matter that people have been marching for, that people have been on the street marching and also putting pressure to Home Affairs. He's putting it out there within the history of Zimbabwe is like this, and this Zimbabweans are our problems. So you will ask yourself, how is Home Affairs supposed to act at this point? How is Home Affairs supposed to be productive if the people that are leading this country are speaking like this? Because it clearly shows that whatever that they are saying on TV these days is just for the public, but really what they discuss behind the closed doors, it's clearly opposite to what they say. So people like Umbalola, he speaks too much, so we know he always come out and just book something so that we get it through. Because even President Ramaphosa, he was mumbling. He was busy saying nothing, a lot of nothing, But I don't know what to think at home. We have some other clips. By the way, it's not only MK and Jacob Zuma that has been supporting March and March. Even though I have not seen a lot of also videos from the MK supporting March and March, except the few speeches that they've said in those meetings in Parliament, of which they are part of these videos. Few things. Even on the comment section on the videos that I was posting, people were saying, "Yeah, we see what is happening now." MK is starting to speak about. He's starting to pretend as if they support March and March because the elections are around the corner. So they were not really there. So I don't know. Also, I cannot really be sure and say MK part or Jacob Zuma is not behind the March and March. But all I know is when the March and March was still March and March, only few people were supporting it. Only few people were supporting it. In the videos that I'm posting, you will see there are a lot of clips there of people, just people like me and you, not political parties. The political parties that were vocal from the beginning are political parties like Action SA. Action SA, Women, Mashaba, even had an interview on News of Africa. He was asked, he said Mabaha. So Action SA has been also on the street raiding the tuck shops that belongs to illegal foreigners. Just like this clip that you're about to watch now, it's the lady who has placed a complaint or who has called Action SA for assistance since she was refused to open a business. She was refused by illegal foreigners. Let's watch.
Molweni mphakathi, gama lami ndinguLindiwe. I'm the member of Action SA, ndihlala la eBloemanathi. Ne problem la, I'm trying to open my business and there are other Somalian guys around lana. Bazile bazobuza ukuthi why I'm opening the shop while they don't know, and I was surprised because I'm a South African and I'm trying to get something for me. So I've got that concern, ukuthi how can I consult them if I want to open my business?
We are currently pushing for these shops to be owned by South Africans. No, because this is an informal economy. So you have given yourself the right to question South Africans, to ask them, it's even wrong to go to somebody else's private property and ask them what they intend to do. You've got no business with these people. You've got no business going there in the first place because it is a private property, their shop. Merely going there to ask her is even wrong on its own.
Yes, after I come back, but I asked her, she said she went to open court, eh? No. I said no.
That's what is wrong.
You see where the problem is, right? And even if she was going to put the Somali there for a Pakistani or a Bangladesh, that's her property. That's none of your business. What should be happening in that property? That's the first thing. But right, the second thing is she felt threatened because of your people that are now constantly even having meetings next to her property. Right? So we came here to say to you, stop what you're doing. Because if she comes back to us and says they were back, they are still intimidating me, I'm not mincing my way, my brother. We're going to shut down the shop.
But foreign nationals themselves are provoking South Africans. Is it possible that you guys paint the full picture? Please, we're not saying paint us as angels. We don't care what you call us. But paint the full picture. Go and tell those stories of South Africans who have been run out of the tuck shop business because Pakistanis and Somalians have told them they can't open tuck shops in their own country.
Phakathi kwezinye zezindawo ezilondoloza impahla okugasele kuzo iziphathimandla bekukhona naleyo yokupakishwa kwemikhiqizo yemithi namaphilisi entshonalanga yePitoli. Lokhu kugasela ke kuhloswe ngakho ukubhekisisa ukuthi abaqashi bayahambisana yini nomthetho wokuqasha nokubhaliswa kwezisebenzi okubalwa phakathi nokubhaliswa kwazo ngaphansi kwe-UIF. Kugcine ke sekushaqena labo abebekuswelakala ukuthi bakuleli ngokungemthetho kwaphinde kwaboshwa nabaphathi bezinkampani ezahlukene ngokwephula umthetho ophathelene nabo kufika.
Ngaphezulu ka40 esibabophe kule nkampani kodwa sizwile futhi ukuthi kukhona bebengakafika bebezofika ngo10 and sisazobuyela kubona nangolinye ilanga ukuze sikwazi ukuthi izinto abazenzayo ezi-wrong sikwazi ukuthi sizivimbe and nabo babone ukuthi umthetho uyasebenza and kufanele bayeke ukwenza lento yokuthi baqasha abantu bokufika abangaphandle abangeke emthethweni kube kukhona abantu baseningizimu Afrika okufanele ngabe bayabaqasha.
Kwenye inkampani okugasele kuyona iziphathimandla zisola sengathi abanikazi bayo balunywe indlebe ngomkhankaso wokugasela njengoba ngekho emsebenzini ezinye izisebenzi ziphume zabaleka kuba nje ke osebenza njengemanager ogcina esitokisini
30 minutes before sifike batsheliwe kwathiwa babaleke kusho ukuthi la phakathi kwethu kukhona batshelile ukuthi sesiyeza siza la and okuyenye yezinto esizokwazi ukuthi sidile nayo sikwazi ukuthi siyiqede ngaphakathi kuthina.
If you have listened to Fikile Mbalula and then along this very same video you listen to this guy, you will hear what this guy is just making a lot of noise. He's just wasting our time. Because his leader is just said a lot of things that he opposes with this operation that this man is doing of raiding the shops and checking for identities. I mean IDs if they have permits or working permits or ID documents to work in South Africa. Mbalula has said a different thing. This man comes and say this thing. So it clearly shows that they are just pushing this in front of our eyes as if they are doing something. But already the leaders, they are just looking at us as fools. They are just, looking at the machos and the people that are complaining about foreigners as fools. Yeah. Okay. Please also share your comment at home. I want to know what you think about this video. Yeah, let's move to another part of this video.
La abahambe. Kodwa into engicasulayo ngo into engizwayo nengiyibonile. Amabhasi ayasuka la athatha abantu baseMalawi lapha eThekwini. Bathatha abantu baseThekwini iyobadeceza le eGoli. Yabo. Abaye eMalawi labantu labo. So ngamanye amazwi ngithi amaXhosa namaZulu phaphamani bafowethu. Labantu abaye emakubo, abayiswa emakubo. Awukaze ulibone ibhasi elibheke eMalawi libresile kulayini uyiborder gate akaze kwenzeke. Ayikho into njengaleyo. La abantu uhulumeni wethu udlala ngathi. Amabhasi asuka eThekwini ahamba afika bashiye eGoli. Uyabona? Abasuka eMaritzburg ayahamba afika bashiye eGoli. Kodwa ngapha uhulumeni nangapha uhlela itulo elifana ncimishi nelase inleyandawo lapha eMarekano. Itulo yakhumula eMarekano ebulala abantu base South Africa. So nawo umhla ka30 uhulumeni wethu uhlela into enjengaleyo ukuthi aphinde futhi abulale abantu base South Africa njoba enza eshisa abazali bethu lana intandane izingane seyifele obaba sebeshonile lapha na eMarekano. Ngamanye amazwi lento eyenzekayo mina ngibone umbhedo nje. Ngibona umbhedo ngoba awukwazi ukuthi ungathi abantu bayahamba khona manjalo abantu balokhuzile futhi abantu bahlezi apha neGoli. Thina sithi mabahambe bona babagcina bona. Mabehamba akube khona umuntu ozoba khona lapha ebhasini aqikekele ukuthi leli bhasi ngempela nathi lingena liphuma emngcelweni South Africa liphuma. Likhomba ukuthi liyahamba impela. Silibone liphuma ngaphandle. Asikaye sibone into njengaleyo. Ngisho ku TV lapha ngisho kuphi ngisho nakuma social media awukazi ulibone ibhasi Malawian lawo Malawian tenjalo akaze ubone ibhasi lakho liphuma lihamba shona le ngaphandle. Hey asingadlali labantu afethu.
From home affairs. Okay. Sondela mngani. Sondela come close. Kipane yake asila. Au nani? Record. Okay.
It is written there, little Tsepo.
Little Tsepo, ne?
Tsepo Maho.
So how much did he charge you? 1.5. How much? Talk louder so we can hear.
1.5.
Look at that camera.
1.5.
Tsepo charged you 1.5. 1.5, 1.5. Okay, come again, my brother. Look at that camera.
How much Tsepo did he charge you?
How much Tsepo? Look at the camera. Don't look at.
I know. Yeah. They have that camera. Because me.
Okay, talk.
No, it's fine.
My brother.
You see now we are playing and we are not playing.
Not talk. You see. How much did you pay for Tsepo to do you asylum?
For this asylum?
Yeah. That one it says 1.5. How much did you pay?
The same
1.5. 1.5. Did you pay it to Tsepo?
Yes.
Okay.
Listen very careful to Soviet Lakhanyana.
There is organized resistance, comrades, to the renewal agenda. And this resistance is internal. There is nobody outside. People outside are looking for the ANC to be the glorious organization they know it. People from outside, ordinary men and women, are looking at government to deliver services to them, the services that we have promised them. And why are those things not happening? Why? Why do we sit in a meeting of the ANC and find ourselves unable to take a decision on something that all of us see it is wrong? And where do we get the courage to sit in that meeting and defend those wrong things? Where does that courage come from? It's the courage of leaders who have checked out of office. They're just occupying positions of leadership but have literally checked out of office. And that is why when we live here, we must live here with this understanding that leadership is not election. Leadership is not appointment. Leadership is not what you call a birthright. We can appoint you to succeed your father or your mother, who was a traditional leader. We can elect you unopposed at a conference. We can appoint you to lead us as a premier or as a mayor or as a minister. But if you don't make a choice to lead, you will never be a leader. No matter how many conferences have elected you, they are electing a leader who has not elected to lead.
Leadership this way.
Okay, if you have reached this point of the video or this part of the video, please make sure you like the video and you have subscribed. My brother was speaking about the people that are leaving, they don't leave the country, they are being moved from Durban to Joburg. I don't know how true what my brother was saying there, but it's possible. It's possible, it's highly possible after you have watched this video from the beginning and listened to him. So I believe what this man is saying, even though I don't have proof of it, it's just possible. We know now what we are dealing with, the kind of the leaders we are dealing with here in South Africa. So nothing is impossible. So this is the end of the video. Please share your comment also at home. I will see you next time with another video. Thanks. Bye.